Oh man, I really need a haircut. Look at this, y'all. Like, oh my god, my hair is a complete mess right now. I also got a shave. Holy crap, Andy. What the heck has been going on with you these past few weeks and even a week now with your college break from C&M? Oh man. I always feel like I gotta be all cleaned up, be all shiny, be all like, not like this. Like, oh my god, look at me, I look so ugly right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? Andy here, and today, welcome back to another. Well, I guess you could say, yeah, you could say another, but welcome back to another A update video. Now, if you guys don't know what these videos are, they're pretty much, well, self-explanatory in the titles. Pretty much in every single video that is an A update video, I pretty much just talk about, random stuff that's been going on recently in my life or on YouTube or something else. So I got a little notepad here and I have some stuff that I want to talk about in this video. So yeah, let's get to it, shall we? So the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is pretty much the main reason why I haven't been uploading videos these past January, February, March, 4 months, I guess you could say, especially in quarter one of 2022 or 2022. Yeah, I've been pretty busy over these past 4 months or few months or whatever you want to call it, starting all the way back in January of this year of 2022. Going into this year, this I knew it from the beginning. When I first ever got my 2022 schedule for my spring term college classes, that this year is gonna be pretty much probably the hardest term or hardest year at C&M for me. In my entire life, because pretty much, thankfully, I pass all of my, I can't think, my spring term classes for welding. So yes, my boys, I did pass all of my classes. If you're wondering, I took Advanced MIG or Flux Core, because yes, we also did Flux Core in that class. I took Advanced Stick, then Advanced TIG, and then I also took two other classes. One of them was actually still in the same exact classroom that I had my stick, TIG, and advanced MIG. I think, yeah, all those three main welding, thingies. I took them in the exact same class for, well, pretty much throughout this year. And yes, I am going to be taking the same classes in the exact same classroom for my summer term classes, my quals classes. But anyway, I'm going to hopefully get onto that in a bit. But, yeah, so pretty much I also took another class which was I could be wrong, but it was called pipe slash fab or fabrication. So yeah, it was pretty cool. We pretty much worked on a pretty cool looking pretty cool looking pipe like project that we did for our final. So yeah, pretty much we got an A plus on it, for my buddy, or my partner I should say, that we had to have, for our pipe slash fab classes. So yeah, that was pretty cool. We pretty much used, I think the pipe size or the pipe schedule was 40. I could be wrong, but I know it was like like a 4-inch OD pipe size. I think I could be wrong, but yeah. So yeah, that was pretty cool. We pretty much used two. We used three different types of cutting methods to actually cut the pieces of pipe that we were supposed to, like hot tack our pieces together to 90-degree 40 scheduled pipe. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then we had to add two different flanges. They were a fitting flange, I think that's what it's called, and then the other one was a well, I totally forgot what the other one was called. And for my other class that I took in the spring term this year, I took a class called what was it? CAD, or Intro to CAD, or Weld CAD. I totally forgot what the class name was called, but yeah, pretty much for that class we actually cut it out. We started off with doing some designs that our teacher slash instructor told us about and told us to do for credits and homework and stuff. So that was pretty cool. And then pretty much once we, students at CNM for his class, pretty much once he felt more comfortable that we could actually maybe like handle it by ourselves, we were allowed to cut out whatever we wanted. So yeah, if it was appropriate. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, pretty nice guy, really funny teacher for my CAD class. So yeah, he was pretty cool. And actually for my advanced classes and even that pipe slash fabrication class that I took this year back in the spring term, pretty much, yeah, those teachers were cool, and they were actually pretty serious. They actually did like make us feel like we were working in the industry, even though they've worked in the industry before. So yeah, the welding industry to be exact. And actually, before we go on, I actually do want to show you some of the CAD stuff that I did, and possibly maybe some of the welding stuff that I did in my welding classes. So yeah, I will see you guys. Oh, whew, that was a pretty good jump cut, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, welcome, I guess, to my garage, my boys. This is actually the second garage that we have here at my house. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And if you're wondering, yes, for me, to my left is my car right there. My 1994 NA Mazda Miata. So the reason why we're down here in my garage, my boys, is because, well, earlier in the video that I said that I was going to show you some stuff that I made, or just show off like what I've done in my welding classes, specifically my cutting or my CAD classes. So the first thing that I want to show you guys that I've done in my CAD class that I took this past semester is this, which is pretty much, oh shoot, what was it called? I think it was just a weld gauge. I don't know. It doesn't even look like a gauge to me, and I don't even think it looks like a gauge to you guys as well. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh god, this is pretty cool. It's just a little gauge that we cut it out in the machine that we were using. It was a plasma cutter, Lincoln. I think it was Lincoln. I know it was a plasma cutter. It was a torch something 4800, I think. I don't know. I might flash it on the screen, but yeah, that's what the machine that we cut it. This, along with the other stuff that I'm gonna show you guys in this part of the video, of what I've cut it out. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's a little Welch gauge, sorry. And if you couldn't tell, or if you can't tell, there's actually numbers or fractions on here. Like here we have at 1/8, we have 1/16, 3/16, 5/16. And if you're wondering, yes, this rust was actually on the piece that we were cutting out these things on at the time. I'm pretty sure they couldn't get the mill scale off the carbon steel. So yeah, as you can see, it looks really horrible. From what I'm going to show you guys with the other material that I have. And yes, if you're wondering, the other material is also from carbon steel. It's just that they got rid of all of the mill scale and all of the dirty and like gray like gray colors that metal has. So yeah, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a cool little thing that we cut it out. And yeah, it looks really nice. Look at that. So the next thing I want to show you guys is actually, I guess you could say a 4-piece weld thing that we could do as for a grade, but he said it was not required, or my CAD teacher that I had. Pretty much, we cutted these 4 pieces out with the plasma cutter, or yeah, plasma table, or whatever you guys want to call it. We pretty much cut it out, these specific 4 pieces that I'm about to show you with the plasma cutter, and it was our responsibility for us to weld this whole entire thing together. And if you're wondering what it is pretty much, I cut it out these things, and pretty much, if you guys obviously don't know, this is a triangle, and then these these 3 little pieces are supposed to pretty much align up with the triangle that we cut out. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera. I think you guys, yeah, you can. See these little notches right here? Bop, 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 and then bop, bop, right there. Pretty much, the 2 smaller pieces actually go on the sides of the triangle that we cut it out like so, and pretty much my my plasma or my CAD teacher said that we could use any type of the welding processes or methods to weld or tack these things together to make it, you know, like a pretty good triangle with like little stands on the sides. Alright, my boys, so the next thing that I want to show you guys is something that I've been wanting to do ever since we got the chance to actually like make our own like little designs for us to cut out something at the plasma cutter for my CAD class. And it is this thing that, oh my god, I thought it would have to be a bit smaller, but I'm pretty ecstatic and pretty happy with the results for this. But it's a cool little Miata design that I did for my CAD class, that I cut it out for a piece for a lab that we had to do. Sorry, I forgot to say that, but yeah, it looks really nice. And like with the other piece right here, or the other thing that I had to cut out, it's pretty much without the mil scale, along with the other thing that I actually will show you guys. It's the last thing that I cut it out in my CAD class that I took this past semester. But yeah, look at it, my boys. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I thought it was going to be pretty ugly, but with it like this, I think I really did like it. And I showed my parents it, and they were just freaking out of how freaking adorable this is. I know I may actually want to like paint it, but I don't think you can paint on metal. I don't know, I haven't looked that up, but yeah, if I get the chance to, I'll definitely paint this and maybe like make like a cool little design. I don't know, but yeah, looks pretty cool, huh? Alright, my boys, and the last thing that I'll show you guys that I did in my CAD class this past semester is this. And originally, before I show you guys it, originally we were not supposed to do a final project. We were supposed to do something else, but pretty much for us and for my class, or pretty much all of my fellow classmates, we pretty much got all of our stuff done and on time, and we were actually good kids, as he said. I know that probably just seems like what a cliche thing that teachers say nowadays, but yeah, so pretty much we got all of our stuff done on time and we were on track. And so my teachers are like, hey, if you want to do a final project, that's fine with me, and here's a little twist. You guys can cut out whatever you want again. So yeah, or pretty much just do whatever you want. And a lot of people did like fishing because they were, you know, fishermen or outdoors people. I know someone did like, what was it, like something for like a tattoo, I guess. I don't know. Someone just did like a light bulb or something, as I just showed you a little sneak peek of it. But yeah, so pretty much I thought, and oh boy, this might be pretty stupid and actually kind of a silly thing that I probably thought of at the time, but for my original project, I wanted to cut out this. Yeah. This flat, long, pause. First of all, pause on that. And pretty good average size, plate of a carbon steel, like base. I don't know, but yeah. The reason why I wanted to maybe cut, or well, actually cut this piece out, this flat, long pause piece of mill, or like free mill scale carbon steel piece for my final project, I decided to cut out these things right here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but look, they're the silhouettes of the Doki Doki Literature girls. You know, we got, obviously you can tell this is Monica, this is Natsuki, and then the other two obviously are Yuri. I was about to say Sayori, but no, this is Yuri, as you can hopefully tell by that beautiful silhouette. And then this is obviously, let me put Yuri down. This is Sayori, or the Sayori official pose. As you can tell, this looks really good. I really like how the way that these came out. So yeah, pretty much if I had to cut out like the facial expressions and the other stuff, it would have just been a nightmare. So yeah, I decided to just cut out their silhouettes. And yes, y'all, I might actually think about possibly tacking these things to the plate that I cut it out for, you know, along with these things. So yeah, if you guys want to see like me tack that together in a video or for a future video, do let me know in the comments below. So yeah, so my boys, before we actually go back upstairs and get out of this freaking hot garage that I'm in right now, and yes, it is pretty hot. It's like almost like 80 degrees in here. But yeah, so pretty much before we go on, I want to show you guys this thing that I did, not in class, but I did actually last week. It's not really that good, but it's so much better from my first time that I actually touched or did flux core welding in my advanced MIG class that I did last semester in spring term of 2022, to be exact. And it is this little piece. If you guys can possibly tell from the camera, I don't know if you guys can see it from the camera, maybe like right here. Here, let me see if I can get my face out. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can tell from that, but yeah, look at that little cool bead that I did. Even though my toes aren't really tied in that well, especially on the bottom side of the piece, as I'm pretty sure a lot of you welders know out there, or if you guys know welding, you must have pretty good tie-ins with your toes in order to have a pretty good and beautiful bead. So yeah, in the welding industry. So we're back, my boys. However, do be warned that if you hear barking outside or in the background, that's just my dogs, you know, going out, or they're outside right now and they're, you know, pretty much crazy. But yeah, so the last thing I want to show you guys is this beautiful, cool looking bead that I did last week after my welding class ended, or pretty much my spring term ended for 2022. And it is this beautiful bead that I ran in stick welding, or for stick welding, or using the stick method. So yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it that well. Get my face out of the way. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but yeah, it's really looking nice. So much better than my what is it, flux core. So yeah, this is a beautiful weld right here. I don't know if you guys can see it that well, but yeah, look at that. Look at the toes tied in. It's really, really nice looking. And if you're wondering what the reason why I didn't finish this weld, or this bead for this case, is because, well, I pretty much ran out of rod. If you guys know stick welding, you do know that pretty much you burn a lot of rod. So yeah, I unfortunately wanted to finish this weld, or this bead, on a pretty good high note, but I just couldn't, because I forgot that I needed to get a new stick rod for my stick pile over there. I'll see you guys back upstairs in my room. Whoa! Oh man, that was a cool little jump cut, I guess. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little section of like me showing off the welding stuff and the cutting out stuff in my CAD class that I, you know, took. So that was pretty awesome. And if you're wondering, what is my personal favorite, or out of the three main welding methods to do, in the welding industry, probably I would have to go with stick welding. I don't know why. I just feel like it's nowhere near as like challenging or difficult as TIG, but I definitely put it maybe in the range of MIG welding, maybe just a little under it a bit from MIG welding. So yeah, but personally, if I had to choose a welding tactic to do, I'd definitely choose stick. And if you're wondering, my favorite rod is, or actually, I want to tell you guys about the different types of rods that we ran in our class. So pretty much for, well, stick class in specifically, we ran 60-10 rods, 70-18 rods, and actually we did get a little taste of, what was it, the 70-24 rods. And if you're wondering, I will have to go with either 70-18 or 60-10 as my favorite rods, but probably I'm leaning towards 70-18. I don't know why, but it's just like when you actually have pretty good bracing on whatever you're welding, like against on or whatever, and you have like, a perfect rhythm going, and not stalling out or not making sure your toes, shout out to all my welding people out there, but make sure the toes on the bead or the weld that you're doing, tie in and are beautiful. So yeah, for me it was pretty fun. I really like running 70-18, and actually I do have a little welding station downstairs in my garage. I don't know if I'll flash some footage on the screen before this part or like around this part, but yeah, so that was pretty cool. And if you're wondering, I have the option to do MIG, TIG, flux core, and stick. So pretty much all of the welding tactics. However, I cannot do MIG at this time because we do not have, or I don't have I don't have shielding gas. And if you know MIG, you need to have shielding gas in order to run it. If not, then you're just totally not going to get anywhere. So, yeah. With flux core, on the other hand, you don't need shielding gas because the shielding gas is, well, pretty much made in the wire itself of flux core. So, yeah. So there's been a lot of stuff happening in my welding classes that have happened this year. However, I do want to say some stuff that I really, oh man, definitely this term and possibly the two other terms that I have to take this year. Well, for this one at least, definitely this term pushed me through a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. But during this semester of spring term, there were a lot of times that I would just get out of class, go into my car, and just feel depressed and feel extremely, extremely sad. And actually, there were a few times that I will not lie to y'all, and I will speak the truth. There were some times that I would just get in my car and just cry. Because, yes, I'm not even joking. I am being serious with that. And if you are trying to make fun of me, go ahead. I really do not mind. But there were some times that I would get in my car after class and just cry for 10 to 5 minutes. Because it's just the feeling of like, or the feeling that I had that the people in there were so much better than me. So yeah, there was just a lot of bad memories and bad stuff that I just want to forget about from spring term of this year. I won't go into detail because it just seems pretty yeah, I just don't want to talk about it. But so pretty much I mainly talked to my mom and she understood because she's my mom. So yeah, but I told her about the crying, I guess, episodes of what I had, and saying of like how everyone in that class was so much better than me, and how like I even admitted it. I wouldn't consider myself like being able to get through this year, and I would consider so I'm gonna be heading into my quals class this coming few weeks. So hopefully it'll all be good, and hopefully nothing pretty like, I guess you could say, sad and depressing, like how it happened in my advanced classes this past year, or this past semester. And I think that's pretty much it for my college stuff that I wanted to talk about in this video. I don't know how long this section of this part of this update video is going to be, but hopefully not that long. So yeah, hope you guys do understand about the rough times that I've had this past semester. I even mentioned it on my Instagram sometimes that I actually did have some cryptic messages on my Instagram stories of how, it's okay to cry from time to time and all that jazz. So yeah, I just don't want to talk about that stuff anymore. So yeah, so that's all my college stuff that I wanted to talk about. If I do have some stuff in mind, I'll probably maybe put it in the description below if you guys even do care about that. So yeah, so I guess we can move on to the next thing that is going to be talked about in this update video. So with college being a hazard to me, at this time, and beyond in the future of 2022, and also some other stuff that I won't talk about because it's very personal to, well, obviously my family and I. Pretty much the sad thing is that I will not, sadly not, make it to any NASCAR races this year, or any type of NASCAR event this year. Sadly, and I'm sorry if I hit my mic, or if you guys just had your ears raped by me hitting my mic. But yes, my boys, I will not be attending any type of NASCAR races / events this year, sadly. And well, I obviously explained it. It's just due to college and some other stuff that's been going on in my personal life, and me and my family have been dealing with. It's nothing too tragic, don't worry about it, my boys. But it has been happening, I think, ever since last year, I will say that. So yeah, of 2021 to be exact. So with that said, I will not be able to make it to any NASCAR races, sadly, this year. And it will actually be the breaking streak of me going to a NASCAR race every single year. If you guys don't know, I actually started watching NASCAR back in 2017. I started to watch, or I saw my first ever Daytona 500, and I did see Kurt Busch winning. Back then, I was not even a fan of Kurt Busch. I really despised him in 2017 until 2019, or even 2020. But yeah, so I started watching NASCAR in 2017, and that's what actually got me into NASCAR. Speaking of NASCAR, I'm wearing a shirt right now. I'm wearing a Brad Keselowski shirt. Well, from last year, obviously, in 2021. And yes, I do like Brad Keselowski, especially this year. So yeah. Alright, so the next thing that I want to talk about is possibly a go-kart test and tune this coming week, or in the 2 weeks remaining of my break from spring term and summer term. Well, before summer term begins for me. So yeah, so anyway, pretty much I am gonna possibly be having a go-kart test and tune with me and my dad, mainly. Possibly we might even bring out, or we might even ask some of my go-karting buddies and group, or pretty much the go-kart group in general, to possibly come out, and we can all hang out there and have some fun racing and doing some test and tuning with our karts. If there is a go-kart test and tune this coming 2 weeks, I will definitely possibly vlog it. I don't know, vlogging, but definitely maybe some GoPro footage. So yeah, that will be pretty cool. And the last thing that I want to talk about is pretty much some games that have came out, or that are coming out while I'm on this break. I'm pretty sure you guys know that the Overwatch 2, yes, you heard me, Overwatch 2 beta test is out, but unfortunately for me, I did not sign up for the little beta test that was happening. I wasn't sure if I was gonna want to play the beta or just wait until the actual full game of Overwatch 2 comes out, so I can actually just be blind and all that jazz. But I did see some little footage from Bro Uwag, Ian, or Master Ian Gamer, and some random footage, videos that are out there on YouTube from the Overwatch 2 beta. So yeah, I did see the new voice lines or the new interactions that the characters have, which are pretty cool. I will say that I really do love Diva and Diva's and Diva and Ash's new little interaction with each other. It was pretty cute. So
I saw you on a wanted poster with a cute guy.
Tell me you don't mean Cassidy.
Ew, no! The tall one with the little hat.
Oh, Bob. I'll tell him you said hello.
Dang, Diva, what? You're into that person? Okay, stop. I won't say anything else. But, yeah, so that was pretty funny to hear. And, yeah, so unfortunately, I wasn't going to be able to play Overwatch 2. But, hey, I will definitely play it on the channel whenever it comes out, because I absolutely love playing Overwatch. So, yeah, and if you're wondering, I am a tank main and, a support / healer main. I don't know why I started so bad there. And yes, I am terrible with DPS. I cannot play DPS anymore because I'm so bad at it. So with Overwatch 2, talking about that stuff, out of the way, the next thing that I'll talk about that actually just happened today, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are hyped about this, judging by the announcement that happened earlier today, that is Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 is coming out legit this week. Whenever I get this video out, pretty much I'm gonna probably post it on Tuesday, which is tomorrow when I'm recording this video. So yeah, yes, my boys, I am aware of the controversies and the bad stuff that has been happening throughout the Poppy Playtime dev creators and the development team, Mob Games and Enchanted Mob, because I just, what they've done in the past, especially with the NFTs that they did, I was just totally like out of words. I was all like, NFTs are bad, so why the fridge are you doing it in the first place, Poppy Playtime? Like, what the heck? Mob Games and Enchanted Mob, like, NFTs are bad in the first place. They're terrible. So yeah, and that was like a terrible decision on their part. So yeah, I wasn't a fan of like them doing the NFTs. Like, that's just bad. So Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 is coming out this Thursday, and I am super hyped to play that. So yeah, that'll be pretty cool. I cannot wait to conquer and defeat Mommy Longlegs. So yeah, oh boy. Judging by the art and the 3D model and character design of her that I've seen throughout the teasers that we've gotten of Chapter 2 of Poppy Playtime, oh man, she is absolutely terrifying. Even scarier than Huggy Wuggy. Oh man. And yes, I am excited for the Poppy Playtime DLC for Dark Deception Monsters Immortals. And if you're wondering, Monsters Immortals hasn't said anything about the up-and-coming DLC of Yandere Simulator, of like the release date. Well, pretty much specifically the release date for the Yandere Sim DLC for Monsters Immortals. So yeah, it's gonna come out whenever it's done. So yeah, for me, that is definitely okay. I would love for them to take all the time that they need, even though it's gonna be, us fans are eager and really wanting to play that DLC. It does, obviously take time, and I don't want them to rush anything if it's gonna look bad. So yeah. So with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this little update video that I just wanted to come on and just say some stuff about, some stuff and some struggles in college and gaming and some other updates that I want to talk about in this video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe as I get my little notification from my mom about, saying she's going to bed right now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Possibly the next video will be the Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 gameplay, or an actual Overwatch gameplay, possibly, because I actually did have something pretty cool happen in Overwatch this past few days that I've been playing it. Yes, your boy has been playing Overwatch recently, and he's actually been getting back into the Overwatch community. So yeah, or the Overwatch game. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, and by the way, hopefully I can get more videos out before my break ends. So yeah, you know, before my summer term starts for college, for my quals classes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh man, I got a cough so bad. But anyway, yeah, bye bye.